What is exchanging with delayed completion in property? In order to purchase a property, the legal process has two significant events before you become the owner of a property: exchange of contracts and completion of the sale. Typically, these two events happen either on the same day or within the span of a few days to a few weeks. However, there are situations where it makes sense to extend the time frame between exchange and completion to several months and even years. This is known as an exchange with delayed completion. In order for this to happen, both the buyer and the vendor need to agree on this and write it down in the purchase contract. Following are several examples when an exchange with delayed completion makes sense. 1. Waiting for planning permission. You exchange contracts on the property and then you apply for planning permission. Once planning is in place, you finalize the sale and complete on the purchase. As planning can take several months and even years, you can agree to purchase as soon as planning is granted. This gives the vendor the assurance that you will buy in case of a positive decision, and you as the buyer the assurance that you don't need to buy if planning is refused. Second, offering a higher amount to the vendor. Let's say a property hasn't sold for several months and the estate agent suggests to reduce the price to get more interest on the property. But the vendor cannot reduce the price anymore as they need to achieve a certain price in order to pay off their mortgage. You could now offer to exchange on the property today and complete on it in 5 years when values have hopefully increased. In the meantime, you could also take over their mortgage payments and rent out the property for profit. Third, carrying out works or waiting for vacant possession. If you were to purchase a property that needs remedial works in order to be mortgageable, you could exchange on the property, carry out the necessary works, and complete on it once the lender is satisfied that it is now mortgageable. Similarly, if you were waiting until a property is vacant due to an in situ tenant, you could have it as a condition in the contract to complete on the purchase once the property comes with vacant possession. All the above mentioned examples need to be discussed with the vendor and written down in the purchase contract. So make sure that you have a good solicitor who understands what you're trying to achieve.